Addiction happens when the way your normal brain maintains balance is disrupted. So your brain likes to be in balance, something called homeostasis. So after you've had a lot of excitement, your dopamine, for instance, is a chemical that is raised, is high, but then your brain is designed to naturally bring it back down to baseline levels. When you are addicted, your dopamine, we'll just use that one as our example, gets high very, very fast and at a higher rate than normal things that make you feel good. But if you add on to that any substances of addiction like cocaine or opiates, even behaviors that can sometimes be considered addictions like gambling, overeating, those can be addictions also. You get a much more rapid increase in that dopamine. Because your brain then has to balance it down, over time, it has a trouble doing that. And that's when addiction sets in. You'll hear the term rewiring of the circuitry. You'll hear that it affects how you respond to different triggers and stimuli, because your brain not only can get high from the substance or the thought of gambling, your brain can get high actually at the people that you're going to see when you normally get high, or the street that you drive down to go to the house where you normally party and get high. So those are the kinds of things that even not using the substance over time, your brain starts reacting to, and your brain actually responds in a way that the brain that's not addicted doesn't respond. So that's where you get this sense of the disease.
Well, in 2012, we executed a survey across the state. We wanted to get prevalence data prior to the casinos opening so that we would have some measure after the casinos opened. So in 2012, we found it to be about 5% in a problem range and about 0.5% in what we would call pathological or actual gambling disorder. And those percentages sound relatively low by that, but that works out to like 600,000 people at risk and about 50,000 people with a problem. So, that's the population of one of our cities. And if everybody in that town had tuberculosis or something, that would be a major crisis. It would be a major health problem. So we know the problem is here. We know that, and it's also co-occurs with mental illness, and it co-occurs with substance abuse. So we're trying to work this out from that standpoint, that this is a problem within a group of problems that an individual could have.
You cannot stop because of that intense craving. And I won't say you cannot stop, but the difficulty is in that intense craving. Your body can be very, very uncomfortable with some of the drugs that you get addicted to the point that you feel like you have a severe flu syndrome. You have severe nausea, severe vomiting, sweats. Even after a person has been in treatment, there still are memories that are triggers, and that's what we are learning more and more over, I'd say, the last 10 to 15 years about use disorders and addictions. You can get the person out of their environment, away from the people where they used, give them therapy, maybe even use medication to help them in their treatment. But there are certain memories that have been embedded.